President Anastasiadis has said this all along. The United Nations has certainly supported his efforts, and the idea of a joint declaration work is going on towards trying to achieve a joint declaration. I think I've made the point before today that it's moving ahead, it's inching ahead, it's not leaping ahead, but it's inching ahead, and obviously we hope that agreement can be reached as soon as possible.
Why the rush?
Well, if there can't be agreement, then obviously that'll take longer. But every effort needs to be made as best we all can to try to achieve an agreement. But you're right. I mean, it can only be agreed when it's agreed.
General Secretary General put a deadlock by the deadline.
Right.
Deadline.
No, the Secretary General didn't say that. I appreciate that has been interpreted in that way, but the Secretary General was simply alluding to the fact, or it wasn't the Secretary General, it was the spokesman for the Secretary General, was alluding to the fact that I was coming back here this week, I was going to be here this week, and he really wanted to see the joint declaration, but that doesn't mean when the end of this week arrives, then the joint declaration, if it hasn't been agreed, will lead to some other consequence. I mean, if we have to go into next week and have to go into the week after, well, so be it. But the Secretary General, his point was that I was going to be here this week, and he wanted to emphasise the point that he wanted to see a joint declaration. This is Secretary General's position is that he's in favour of a joint declaration. I think it's important to understand that, and not to say, as I think there have been some headlines and so on. I'm not a great follower of the media because I can't understand the languages, but been some headlines about the Secretary General's ultimatum. This is not an ultimatum. There's no ultimatum.
What's the reason for the delay?
Are you planning to stay on until
Well, I'm not.
on a joint declaration? And a second question.
Well, we're not obviously.
A second question, sir. Do you believe that you have the confidence and trust of the Cypriot president
Well,
as being impartial in custody?
Look. Let me make this point clear. The United Nations will do all it can, consistent with Security Council resolutions, to contribute towards achieving a solution to the Cyprus problem. And I've spent quite a few years on this myself. And at this stage, the challenge is to get this joint declaration concluded. Once the joint declaration can be concluded, and I'm optimistic it can be. I think this can be done. I'm not a pessimist about it. I think the two leaders will get into the negotiating process. I accept, and the Secretary General accepts, the strong determination of President Anastasiadis to achieve a solution here, and I know he's working very hard at it. But it's not about me. Okay, I'm not.
One last question. What's the reason for the delay? Why the delay?
Why is it so difficult?